skips away. Parcel skips away. Marcel's still going. Parcel's got Richards coming up outside. Now inside.
Arsenal have gone through an entire league campaign without losing.
Bennett and the Dragons win the grand final.
Whips that one away, and Kane Williamson and his team now World Test champions.
Welcome back to another episode of the TGIF podcast. Thank God it's footy. Keeping on your toes yet again with a new setup, another little change up.
We may have to look to
get some taller chairs in, or a slightly lower table. It's a little bit.
I'm thinking that's possibly the right table. We're a bit unsure about how this was going to look, and we will. The time is yet to come, and we'll know how it's actually going. But we're going to go a slight setup, a microphone as well. We're trying to just kind of speed up to the way of the world, I guess.
It's 2024. You can't just be going at it willy nilly straight off the bat. We're all dogging it.
We can't be raw dogging this 104 episodes in, so we're trying to spruce it up a wee bit. This is what we've got for you for now, so you're going to have to get used to it, at least while we try and get used to it.
100%. We're hoping the voices come out a bit more clearly. Those thoughts are enunciated, drilled into your brain a bit better.
And time will tell whether it's slightly taller chairs or a slightly smaller table that we get ourselves involved with. But either way,
wondering if that one's actually adjustable or not.
It doesn't feel.
Doesn't have a lever.
We've got a lever anywhere involved in this. There's possibly like an extension if you flip it upside down, but we'll wait and see. Either a smaller table or a taller chair. But either way, there's been some action. There's been some news over the last week. We have seen the draw officially drop. We see a Tigers game in New Zealand and a Dragons game in New Zealand.
Yeah, I was going to say, reasonably happy with the draw. Haven't really analysed it too in depth to see what the Dragons have to do in terms of facing top 8 sides from this year.
We've got the 9th easiest draw on the Tigers. It looks a pretty alright start, which is what we're after, is that solid start. But I think the big things I took out of the draw with the 3 home games at Combat, which I hate.
Yeah.
We've got a home game at Allianz, I think against you guys, possibly.
Okay.
Our home game against you guys, and it's the Magic home game.
Yes.
And we've got a home game at Allianz, and I think only 3 at Leichhardt, maybe, which is a little bit disappointing. So it'd be nice to see just that even split, Campbelltown, Leichhardt. That would be good.
Yeah, it would be good. To be fair, we do know that recently the Tigers have been going well at Leichhardt. Few famous victories there, so always good to see the hill packed, see the Tigers putting on 50, 60.
We've done the full loop of Leichhardt there as well, I believe, whereas I don't think we did the full loop around Campbelltown.
Yeah, well, obviously a little bit easier to sort of maneuver your way around the surrounding streets, the suburby sort of vibe of it. Campbelltown a little bit more out in the industrial sort of areas.
To be fair, that was a pretty full-blown.
To be fair, that was 7 years ago now. So with the way things are going, I've heard there's fuck tons of housing developments out there. It'd be like this area. Like 7 years ago, there'd be one farm here.
There'd be some more people out there in Campbelltown these days, not just that one bloke at the train station that was a little bit.
Yeah, well, he was a bit nutty, that dude. Shout out to him if he's still trucking. That's a hell of an effort. 7 years is a long time.
We'll have to wait and see, but it is. It's two games that we get to see over these ways.
That's the main thing we get out of the draw.
What we've been sort of growing up is the possibility of maybe that trying to catch that Tigers Dragons game over there at Suncorp, I would be very, very keen to have a look and to get some tickets and go over there. I believe we are
We're the last game on the Saturday.
last game on Saturday. That's quite nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. Obviously, depending on how you like to rock up to your footy games, if you're preloading,
It's like,
Matt. If we're going over for Magic round, I'm biting the bullet and saying that Saturday it's going to be a $200-$300 night on beers alone.
Yeah, exactly. That's
You're paying $15 a pop at the stadium.
I'm taking it easy for
3 games of footy.
I'm
Second game, you're sort of ramping it up a bit.
rocking up there, probably, know me whacking like $40 down on some food right off the bat and a nice some soft drink.
I reckon that second game is when you want to be sort of getting all those pisses out of your system. You have that period of the night where you take about 10, 12 pisses in the space of 2 hours when you're on the beers. Well, I do. You got to get that out of your system first or second game, so you're not rushing off to the loo or fucking sitting there holding your...
I'm not bad at holding in, but you could get the old little, like, a little bottle going or something like that, like a little one card drink.
You can't really bank on half time being a goer either, because every bloke's going to be...
Everyone goes to the low at half time, so you do need to kind of...
You got to time it.
Sneak off and that sort of, maybe like, I'm thinking like 35 minutes in. You know, it's probably your best time to try and
The boys are a bit knackered.
Yeah, and it's not really like the, I don't know, most, your most attractive footage being played in that 35 to 40 minute mark. I think, right at the end of the month, sort of, a lot of those boys are out there just trying to get through the half time. So, I think, that's the type of body that should ultimately, but it'll be bloody good.
Anytime they go to the bunker.
Yeah, anytime they go to the bunker, that's another idea, but it'll be good.
Especially if there's a conversion afterwards, it's a good time. But yeah, no, it would definitely be...
Some Magic footy.
Definitely one that, it's in the pipeline for now. We'll have to start doing some grafting to make it a reality. But yeah, definitely keen. And all the more juicy just to see that Tigers versus Dragons.
Oh, it'd be bloody cool for
dropping. I've never been to a Dragons versus Tigers game.
I've been to a Dragons versus Tigers game either, so it's not many teams. I've only ever seen the Tigers play one team.
The Warriors.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So there you go.
Seen the Dragons a couple of times over there, but it'd be cool. Magic round for sure.
It would be very, very cool to go over to that. So hopefully we get to see it. It'll be pretty cool. There's been
some more big news out of Brisbane though.
There's been some more big news out of Brisbane. Yeah.
The signing of Benny Hunt, bringing the one of their own, I suppose you'd say, back home. The Broncos product. Look, it's probably been on the cards for the best part of 2 years now. That he's going to be going back to Brisbane. They've managed to work it out. So whether or not he slots in at 9, 6, I think they've said probably to start the season with Mam, obviously, got some other shit to sort out before potentially getting back involved. I think he might have a ban involved as well.
I'm not too sure of the extent of it.
I haven't really read too much into the consequences. I just saw about the event.
Got a bit of sorting out today. That's
Yeah.
the way to put it. But yeah, he probably does have to get involved in some sort of halves pairing there, if that's the case.
Look, it's no secret that Adam Reynolds made a class. So chances are he's going to be playing a handful of games at 7 as well for the Bronx, which...
That would be a cool halves pairing, Ben Hunt and...
Ezra Mam? Oh, Ben Hunt and Adam Reynolds? Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That would be a very...
It's pretty OP as well, especially if... Yeah, very experienced. If they're both playing...
Ben Hunt and Ezra Mam, I think, would also be a very cool halves pairing.
Yeah, 100% when Reno needs a rest or...
But it's a handy starting.
Yeah, mad.
Like you said, it probably has been coming for a while. It was the most expected.
Like there was talks that he would end up at the Doggies. They're in need of a halfback, probably. Sexton obviously doing really well, but Ben Hunt a different class to Toby Sexton. Obviously, rumours about the Dolphins and other clubs, but I think ever since the talk dropped, I kind of had this feeling if he didn't go back to the Broncos, especially last year when they had that good run, I was like, oh, yeah, well, as soon as there's talk, he's going to just go back there or when his contract runs out. But kind of like, you don't want to bag on the Dolphins, but they don't have anywhere near as much chance of a premiership as the Bronx.
For sure.
Well, the Titans as well. There was a bit of a period that he may talk that he may go to the Titans, but going back to the Brisbane Broncos, where he's from.
You can still picture him in that Broncos jersey there. I don't think it's not going to be like seeing Gutho
and the red V.
Like Jack Bird and the Black Badge. It's a cute, lazy looking cameo. That's right. So I think Luai that'll be out. I think I'm yet to see Luai and Black Knight, surely.
Has he not taken a few? Did the Tigers not drop a few picks?
I'm training Canada.
Okay.
Some of those people that they made those lads that have been
Well, Luai also would have only just got back from England
so
as well a few weeks ago.
So what we got for Luai Tigers.
But yeah, speaking of Benny Hunt off to the Broncos, it leaves room for yeah. Yeah, I edited one I was going to show you, but yeah, it's not a legit photo, so it's not really. It's Jareen Buller or one of those other boys' body with his head on it.
Yeah, it just looks a bit weird to fair, so I can't say I'm a huge fan of it like that, but I think it'll be a weird one.
Yeah.
Not so weird.
Yeah, to be fair, we've seen it before. Lockie Ilias been announced as his replacement 7 at the Dragons, the way things are looking like. So not exactly like for like in terms of experience, in terms of caliber of player, but yeah, I thought obviously there was a lot of hype on him coming through to be the man to replace Reynolds. A lot of faith in the man because they didn't sign Reynolds. Well, I guess that was also, I think, because they were only offering him a 1-year deal compared to the Bronx. But yeah, an interesting one. Whether we can get the best out of him, that'll be cool. Yet to see the best of his talent, but obviously came through in a tough time for the Rabbitohs there, and couldn't make his way back in to the team this year, and then suffered a leg injury. Yeah, broken leg, which ruled him out in most of the year, so he couldn't come in during their troubles. But yeah, it's an interesting one.
It is. I think it's a flip of a coin, that one. It could go either way.
We've got Elias and Flanagan in the halves. It's no disrespect, but it's a big hole that Benny Hunt's leaving. But obviously you got other experience coming in other spots in the spine there with Gutho and Cookie, and you've got Val Holmes out in the centres, which will be good. So not too worried.
It's a new look Dragons team.
Yeah.
Much like Tigers, I think. Both two teams will have very different looks come the start of next year. Good news from the Tigres as well, from Polo. It's officially extended at the team, which is awesome.
2 more years, I think.
I think it is, yeah. I remember when we saw him play
in that Mount Smart preseason game. He had his best on ground for the Tigers.
And just being able to do this dude's going to be sick up towards him. And Matamua, Justin Matamua played really well. We haven't seen too much of him, not Bollard, obviously. Sort of come in and, his last year was a huge season for him. I'd say probably our most consistent player throughout the season. Obviously, I think I was good really last year.
Yeah, Steph obviously had a good year, but there was a little bit of noise around him.
I think he was quite lazy. I don't think he was getting this all kind of at the end there. Once everything was settled, he kind of got back to playing sprint footy again. But I'd say Pollard probably one of our most consistent, also one of the most exciting players I've ever played himself. So
it's a great signing for you guys. Yeah.
For us.
But yeah, to be fair, that's probably about all I've seen in terms of the NRL.
Not been too much.
A few other blokes extending here and there, but nothing too surprising, really.
Really overly fussed with anywhere else. To be fair.
As we said, we've been in depth on that last week.
I'm not really into what everybody else has got going on. So there has been some rumble. There's been some footy though over the last week or so. We've seen two Gurnets games. Two pretty good ones. Obviously, we had the international break. One of those things I've already spoken about. One of my most hated parts of football conduct. Not as bad now that that internationals are a bit more to play for. I think for the All Whites there, but and maybe just the fact that we sort of took All Whites games to make this one a little bit easier. But the international break was over. We came back super fresh up against a very solid-looking Nottingham Forest team and a flying Chris White, and to go out there, keep a clean sheet, score 3 goals, pretty ideal scenario, really.
Yeah, very comfortable day out for Arsenal there. Obviously, Forest going into that international break with a heavy loss to Newcastle as well.
That's one of those things you don't want a 2-week break.
Yeah, you don't want to...
Coming back in, training, bounce back 3 days later, and it seemed like the way that they were playing, 3 days later, they probably would have beaten us.
Possibly, yeah, the way we were playing as well.
At that stage, where the break was perfect for us, the break was probably the worst thing, I think, the way that they played.
And that's exactly how it looked, to be fair. We were, energetic. Odegaard, obviously, back to full fitness by the looks of things. And him and Saka were just running the show down the right-hand side.
So good.
Yeah, he just unlocks everyone in that Arsenal team, which is awesome to see. Great to see Ranieri getting his first Premier League goal as well. Very cool to see that. Thomas Partey with the pick of the bunch, though. Saka with a very nice goal, but Thomas Partey, bit of a screamer there.
Good to see him running off celebrating. He loved it clearly, which was cool to see. I think you're right.
Touch wood, good to see him putting a string of games together. Obviously, we've got a bit more rotation available in that midfield. We can keep him a bit fresher away from those injuries. Marino played really well when he came on. Jorginho obviously played well first half, but was quite lucky to escape a red. It was on a yellow and.
It's a good scene from Marino, though, I think, in an Arsenal shirt. So that's looking good, and we're going to continue that form on into this morning. And a big Champions League win next quarter.
Yeah, Sporting on a big unbeaten run going into this one, but obviously no more Ruben Amorim for them, and that's all over after 2 games for their new interim or permanent, I'm not too sure, manager. But they promoted the bloke from the under-21s or the reserves, whatever it is for them. Good one for the Arsenal, racking up 5 goals. Good to see Saka scoring again, Martinelli. Trossard getting on the score sheet. Gabriel again.
Shoot around nicely.
Yeah.
Shoot around nicely. Get your goals spread out a little bit. A couple of players, someone like Martinelli, probably needs to have a little bit extra confidence, I think, at the moment.
Yep.
So it's really good. We kept them really quiet. I thought that Gyökeres still played really well. I mean, Sporting played really good majority of its half. And I thought he was probably one of the better players on the pitch, and that didn't seem enough. Would be a very, very cool signing, I think.
Yeah, there was lots of talk that we were possibly in for him in the summer, so interesting to see if he does wind up with a move there in the January transfer window. He's been in goal scoring form ever since he joined Sporting. Really, he's been banging them in. So yeah, wouldn't surprise me to see a big club wrap him up. Not that Sporting aren't a big club, but
just that next step. I think that going in one of those top 5 leagues. I think when people would argue Portugal, you push France, especially the way the XG going at the moment as well. Maybe you could argue that. But yeah, it's a really good one, and we're sitting pretty sweetly there in that top 8.
Sitting 7th, yeah. So there's probably about 7 or 8 teams with games left to play.
Games tomorrow,
that could bump us just out of the top 8 on goal difference, possibly there. But it's sitting all right at the moment. But to be fair, it was a really good one to get that over Sporting, having just just beaten City 4-1, which is obviously good to see. Interestingly, the first time we've ever faced Sporting in the Champions League. Okay. A little bit of revenge for knocking us out on pens a couple of years ago there in the Europa. But yeah, look, sitting all right. 3 more game weeks to go. I think we've got Monaco, Red Star, or maybe not Red Star, sorry. Hajduk Split or Reds, one of those like buzzy European teams like Croatia or somewhere around there, and then Girona is our last game. So Monaco, possibly a tough one. Can't remember if it's home or away, but
ideally 9 points. You'd like
if you do get those 9 points, I think that sees us through nice and safe to that top 8. Put the feet up, get a chance to have a watch of our next opponents as they face off a round of 16 game, I guess you'd say. But yeah, things looking pretty good for Arsenal. It's been a good week. Hopefully we can take that into this weekend when we take on West Ham in a little London derby.
6:30 Sunday morning.
What are we, home or away?
We must be.
More of averages, we must be away, to be fair. Yeah, we are.
They just play away at Newcastle. So there you go. They're just there, as I just said, but that's a good win over Newcastle.
Yeah, to be fair, at the start of the week, I was looking at their form and it wasn't looking too good apart from that win up against United. But coming in off a 2-0 win against Newcastle, just watched the highlights for that one, and to be fair, it was about 80% Newcastle chances, 20% West Ham, but they did well to score 2, and they'll be coming in with a bit of confidence. But look, you'd like to hope that this is one that we pick up another 3 points while we're on a good streak of form. Last season they did pick up a win against us though. And the season before that, they started the whole fuck out towards the.
They were, that's what caused that downfall, wasn't it? When we bottled it, so
2-0 up, 2-2 in that one.
We haven't really seen the best of West Ham. I think we've seen it down a little bit up and down. But
yeah, Lopetegui, obviously a very different style of manager to Moisey there. Different style that their fans were baying for, I suppose, and the chairman and decision makers listened.
So, excuse me. So I think you're right. They're probably that is that different style, but I'd say you've got what they're after. And I don't know if it's really clean just yet, but you'd like to think what we've seen over the last 3 games from us, that we come away with 3 points going into this one.
Yeah.
And then we just, I guess, have to hope that City can pull something out of their arse and beat Liverpool.
Yeah. Well, they were looking pretty this morning, sitting 3-0 up. You're thinking, there you go, they've shaken the hoodoo.
74 minutes.
At least it's not another loss for them, I suppose. Sometimes after a
capitulation though, like to be 3-0 up and to go back.
Yeah, Pep will be furious.
It's not the position you want to be putting yourselves up to. So, hopefully we can see a see a big Man City win. Even a draw would be nice for us. I know I don't see anything but a win happening.
The way things have been going lately,
So it's on the streak to continue. We can take 3 points and then ideally if that'd be second into the game. Or are we still behind Chelsea?
we're still behind Chelsea on goals scored.
Chelsea could end up still being maybe jumping into second.
If we have a bigger win than Chelsea,
Who do they play this week?
I'm just about to look that up. Southampton, by the looks of things. No, Villa
Villa, there
at
you go.
home. So Villa could do us a little favour even.
That's a little favour and take the dub there. So, but yeah, ideally we come out of this game we're sitting there 3 points better.
Yep, 100%.
Big weekend in the darting world. Actually, big week to be fair. There's been plenty of stuff going on. We're sort of the finals of the Players Championships finals that sort of was over there over the weekend. Big mixture of players there sort of involved in that. But we saw a repeat of the World Championship final. We saw Humphreys up against a bit like they played some amazing darts over the weekend. Played some very, very high averages, scoring for fun. Also on the doubles. But coming up short, unfortunately, there in that final. 11-7, I believe the final score was for Humphreys. So I think that is 3 finals that they've played in. It's definitely 2 finals that I'm marking 100%. It's certainly not that they've played in that Humphreys has now won both of. But we also saw the draw for the World Championships that has come out. And if we've only got one Kiwi there, we've got obviously Dribble flying the flag there. Quite interesting actually.
No hopes.
Nah, and I think it's just that Ben won the Kiwi qualifier.
While Hopes was over there.
Hopes is I think Hopes lost for the final.
Okay.
He doesn't get it just for having a tour card, obviously.
Right.
But he's playing kind of scut. Young guy playing some pretty good darts at the moment. It's a tough one either way. I think if Ben plays his best darts, then we can definitely see a win. And it would tee up a matchup against a relative Denmark hitter. It'll be an oceanic battle, I believe. Second cousins or something like that. I think they are. I'm pretty sure they're actually blood related. Ben Robert, Denmark hitter. And yeah, it'd be a huge matchup.
We're a beefy one.
Hitter in the top 10 environment. I think he's a 9th seed going into this one here. Yeah, definitely a bit of a beefy one, but it would be bloody cool to see that thing Denmark hitter. And it'd be interesting to see whether Hitter would take on some sort of new, because he loves mixing up the Warcraft and his songs, whether, maybe I could adopt a Kiwi song while it comes on the beat, who knows. It tends to do that, he'll be here and he'll play a German song, that sort of shit. There's some pretty cool looking matchups. Fun and share it, we have to check their work in her opening round match because she's drawn up to play against with Lidler. Humphreys will play one of Thibaut Tricol or Joe Corretto. Now Joe Corretto, an Aussie fella, and Thibaut Tricol, the first French fella to get a headset to a car, knocked out given price on the weekend.
Okay.
So there's been a couple of cool looking ones to keep going up. Hard to see when I don't have the actual bracket out in front of me as to how it looks. But either way, kicks off what? I think it kicks off sort of like, as far as I remember, a couple of days before the holidays. The holiday starts, what is it? 15th of December. So 16th December here, which is what, that Monday. So I think, I remember, I'm pretty sure last year Ben Rob's game was on during like Pride Seven or something like that. And it was a nightmare.
Yes.
So hopefully it works out well this time around. Get the win up against Scott. Come on, beat it and make a little charge.
Kick on from there, yeah. Get the wind in the sails and see how far it can take you.
A little Ben Rob final, that would be a thing of dreams, I think. So that's what I'll be crossing my fingers for before we get into that. Yeah, we needed to see about a couple
2 weeks time, yeah.
a couple of weeks away. We've got the big derby match coming up next weekend there. Auckland FC up against Wellington Galaxy, a top of the table clash. Possibly not depending on how the weekend goes, but could be a top of the table clash. The big derby, first one there at Auckland's getting on to that, which would be cool. Another thing there to look forward to as we head towards that silly season, but probably wraps us up for another short episode here in this off-season. Thanks for getting involved, thanks for listening, thanks for watching. Remember to get in there on your socials, give us a like, give us a 5-star, get subscribed. Enjoy your week ahead, play the sport you may be involved with. If you have an opponent, do it responsibly, and hopefully we'll see you again next week. With either a slightly smaller table or maybe a bigger chair.
Yeah, depending on what the setup is, we'll keep you on your toes, that's for sure. But yeah, we'll catch you then.
Marshall skips away. Marshall's still going. Marshall's got Richards coming up outside. Now inside.
Arsenal have gone through an entire league campaign without losing.
Bennett and the Dragons win the grand final.
Whips that one away, and Kane Williamson and his team now World Test champions.
Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.